Hello, we're Mosscharmly. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about organizing and time management. And it all pertains to creating a comic, specifically our comic for Webtoons.
Yay!
This whole week has been cleaning up all of our stuff and focusing on organization. You know, we spent the first days organizing files while deleting unnecessary duplicates and creating a more streamlined filing system, which is very important.
Oh, yes. Pretty much just dumping old files into the trash. And, we made sure everything was saved on our external hard drives and made sure everything was saved correctly. So now we now know we will need more expansive hard drives for this comic because we are running out of space, and it's better to be safe than sorry. With all the comics and videos we're making, we're going to need a bit more terabytes.
It's a little nerd joke.
Just trying to figure out an easy way to organize our time for this project. So we looked up different apps for organization, hoping to find something that would make this project easier to organize.
And there's a lot of them to really sift through.
Oh
and
my gosh.
A lot are very recognized for specific attributes and specific needs. And
so
we went with Notion.
Yeah. So we got Notion. We settled on Notion.
Notion is pretty good. It's free, which is nice. You can conglomerate with different people and work on multiple devices at the same time on the same project, which is really helpful for us so that we can have it on all of the different, computers or, tablets or phones and still be able to keep in touch and, be accountable for everything we need to do on the specific days for our specific schedule. It's kind of like a Dropbox for scheduling, actually.
Yeah,
and,
good way to describe it.
Right? So, but it was definitely like a learning curve. So we kind of had to take some time and really look at it and figure out how it even works, because it has an endless amount of options and configurations, which really made it a little difficult, to say the least. You can easily go down that rabbit hole into that Notion multiverse, I'll tell you right now.
Yes.
It's crazy sometimes. So
yeah, it organizing it simultaneously it soothes my nerd soul and it frustrates me, but it's also the first week of using it.
Mm-hmm.
So
it'll get easier.
Yeah, it'll get easier in time. Hopefully that's what we're planning on. So it's one of those menu into submenu multiverses. So we started doing this with a long to-do list. Mm-hmm. So we made a long to-do list of specific tasks to complete this comic.
Mm-hmm. Then we made a visual timeline. Starting with right now, day 0, all the way to the ending or the deadline, really.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much we put Notion aside and we're like, okay, let's really sort of rethink how we want to organize this. So we actually sat down with pencil and paper and a ruler, and we separated this timeline into weeks. So we would have a specific job for a specific week. We just needed to, use the list and, find out where each job would go on the specific week. So we took that entire timeline and we cut that in half so we knew exactly where our halfway point was. And then we started piecing together the to-do list and adding them into the timeline for, specific weeks and specific jobs.
Yeah, so
mm-hmm.
It was inevitably, it was time to transfer what we wrote down on paper and pencil, into Notion.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was no easy feat.
Oh no, it's not. Mm-hmm. We're figuring out Notion as best we can, and figuring out a better way to use it for us for our specific purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Making this comic.
Yeah.
So, but one of the coolest things about using Notion is that we figured out a way to put a timer, like this countdown timer, into our project. So it gives us the allotted time left, and just also this great feeling of imminent doom.
Dun dun dun. Exactly. So, but. Got to do it.
Yeah.
We even organized how to organize our files when creating, the actual
Clip Studio kind of files.
Yeah, right? Like, so it's actually the drawings and the actual files that we're creating in Clip Studio are going to have specific files within files within files for each specific user. So creating sort of a blank is a really good thing to do. So
Yeah, it's kind of organized like the Borg.
Definitely, right? Or is it the Borg?
I don't know.
Borg or the Borg? You know, if you actually know, please leave a comment below. You know,
Organization is futile.
it is futile. Trust me, the cutest knows. So,
So yeah, it's
a lot of sleepless nights trying to figure all this out.
Yeah,
right?
we've been anxious. We're anxious, but we're excited to do this.
And it's natural to be that way.
Yes.
You know, it really is very natural.
That's absolute wisdom.
Yeah, you know.
Don't let anybody tell you that
Different.
It's
because if they're not actually feeling anxious or nervous about putting themselves out there in a real way like this,
they're probably not doing it.
that's a definite. That is definitely it. So, yeah.
So, yeah. We hope this helps you out. We can, eventually do a more in-depth video about this in the future.
Mm-hmm. Let us know.
Yeah. Please like and subscribe if you're feeling it.
Yep.
Mosscharmly out.
Mm-hmm. The cutest news. Jean-Luc.